everybody. So this is the 7th Wednesday of the quarantine. Are we still calling it a quarantine? Anywho, if you notice, there's a little bit of tear in the knee of my jeans, and it's only on the left side. The reason is, and it's not Layla, although she does point it out now that it's there, right? It's because I put my left knee down when I get up off the ground. And I probably should have noticed sooner. And my goal is always to make my movement more intentional and less habitual. But nonetheless, there's a lot of movement going on, even without the gym right now. So it's a lot to keep track of. Now, I don't know how long ago it was, but there was a New York Times article talking about a study about how many points of contact do you need in order to get up off the ground, and it's indicative of the quality of life as you age. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was a Friday afternoon, I talked about how grip strength is another indicator of your quality of life as you age. So make sure your hands are strong and practice getting up and down off the ground. When I first started personal training, it was one of my first assessments, and then I realized that it was a little much. Just because you have the answer doesn't mean that somebody's ready to take it and apply it. We all know we need to sleep better, we need to eat better, we need to do resistance training, and we need to do cardio, and there's a lot of stuff that we know, and it's not so much a knowledge gap as it is a behavioral gap. I forgot where I was going. I think it was to the assessment of getting down to the ground and then getting up again a couple of times to see how people move and just how humbling and maybe too heavy a dose of reality it was right out the gate. But since we have a relationship, I now encourage you to take a look at how you get up and down off the ground. Hopefully you don't need to put a hole in some jeans in order to figure it out. But here's a couple of my favorites. All right, we haven't touched on the 90-90 in a while. You can roll to one side, pop up to your knees, and see, this is how I got that hole in my knee. I kept going like that with my left leg, and then bringing my right foot forward. What I should have done, or what I could do, is get more weight on this left foot, put some weight on that right knee, and maybe I would have had a more even distribution of wear, and then come on up. Okay, and then get down the same way. Look, no hands. All right. We should be able to get up both ways. Okay? Sit, and then roll. Okay? Which way did I go? You get the point. All right, another exercise that is great and builds off our theme of building the push-up and our single leg exercise. Well, this isn't about single leg, but it's getting up. And it's gonna help build your push-up if you're not able to do some push-ups yet. It's a walkout or a walk up. Just make sure you got enough room behind you. You'll get to work on your plank, your wrist strength, your hip mobility, your toe and ankle mobility, your squat position, stand on up, and then walking out. I know a lot of my videos have been simple, and that's the point, you know? You have to be able to justify the actions that you're taking. That was Layla, by the way. Come here. There was something I was reading yesterday, and it was talking about how, you know, we think we're supposed to be doing squats and push-ups and lunges and deadlifts and all that stuff because we heard they're good exercises, but all of these exercises have prerequisites. You have to be able to move your ankle, your knee, your hip. You have to be able to move without discomfort. So one of the first steps is identifying where the discomfort is and when you feel it. when we get back to the gym, our plans are going to be built around these concepts. I'm going to be a little more of a hard ass maybe. There's going to be isometrics, holding positions, maintaining posture. We're just going to make sure that we really touch on the prereqs before we intensify things, because I know we're going to get back and there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm and excitement to push, to work really hard. We have to set a foundation. And no matter how advanced you are, it's worth taking a step back. I know when I get back to the gym, my routine is going to be very simple. It's going to be the most basic thing, and the challenge is going to be enduring boredom for the first 6 or 8 weeks. It's going to be a little bit different for you, the client, for you, the member, whoever you are and whatever you want to do, because I believe part of my job as a personal trainer is to balance what you want and what you need, and figuring out where you are and how much I can force feed some vegetables and how much fun and entertainment has to be plugged into the routine. It's kind of a gloomy Wednesday, and I'm not going to do a sexy video just to get the views. She's yelling at me. She wants me to be a better marketer. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you stuck around this long, thanks, and I look forward to getting back to some really meaningful work when we have access to equipment, even though we don't really need it in order to get that work done. But hopefully soon we'll be able to redirect our focus. Maybe not redirect our focus, but find a better, easier way of blending what we want and what we need. Take care. We'll see you next time. Say bye, Layla. Say bye-bye. Yeah. I love you.